If you want to get band 9 in IELTS General Training Reading, you need to know how to handle all of the three sections. Section 1, Section 2, and Section 3. In this first video in this three-part series, we're going to look at Section 1 together, and I'm going to show you exactly how to find the answers quickly and avoid common mistakes that might reduce your band score. Now, please note, even if you're doing the academic version of IELTS, this video is still going to be very useful for you because a lot of the strategies and the questions are going to be very similar. Now, if you are preparing for IELTS, make sure you check out our IELTS preparation course in the description below because it's going to teach you everything you need to know to get a band 7 or higher in every single part. All right, let's have a look at our reading section 1. All right, on the screen right now, you can see section 1. So let's have a look. Section 1, questions 1 to 14. Read the text below and answer questions 1 to 7. Pretty simple. So let's have a look at the title of this text here. What to do if your parcel is lost or damaged by a courier. Now, for this text here, there's no reason to skim the text, so we can just go straight down to the questions and have a look. Questions 1 to 7. Do the following statements agree with the information given in the text on the previous page? Now, that's really important, the information given in the text. It's not about what we think. It's not about what we know. It's all about the information that is in the text on the previous page. So let's keep reading. In boxes 1 to 7 on your answer sheet, right. Let's start with the first one. True, if the statement agrees with the information. So that means if the statement has the same meaning as the information in the text, but the words might be different. The important thing is the meaning is the same. Now, the second one there is false, and that means if the statement contradicts the information. So that means if the statement has different information than what is in the text. And finally, we've got not given if there is no information on this. And whenever you think of not given, think I don't know, because there's no information in the text, so you don't know. You don't know the answer. Now, let's have a look at the first question, number 1. So it says, couriers can remove their legal responsibilities just by putting up a notice. So let's see if we can find that in the text here. So let's start at the very top. Couriers are legally required, okay? You may be entitled to compensation, okay? Some courier companies may post, there we go. We've already found one of the key words, notices, claiming they are not liable for lost or damaged deliveries. However, such statements do not remove their legal obligations. So that is the key thing there. These are notices. They do not remove their legal obligations. So now let's go back down to question number 1. Couriers can remove their responsibilities by putting up a notice. Well, no, that is not true. That's not right. So the answer there is definitely false. Pretty simple. All right, let's move on to question number 2 now. If a courier loses your parcel, they don't have to pay the full cost of purchasing a completely new item. So full cost, that's important, and completely new item, that is also important. So let's go back up to the top and see if we can find the answer. So let's start where we found the last answer, because with true, false, and not given questions, the questions will come in order. So that means we found the answer for question 1 here. So the answer for question 2 will be below that. We don't know exactly where. It could be here. It could be here in the next paragraph, or it could be much further down. We don't know. All we know is that the questions will come in order. So let's keep reading. As soon as you notice, They may immediately offer, if not, you can request, okay? So it does talk about compensation, but it doesn't answer the question. So let's keep going. If the courier agrees to cover the cost of a damaged item, so that looks important. Let me highlight that. Here we go. The most they are required to pay is the item's value at the time it was sent, not the price of buying a brand new replacement. So this is what they have to pay, and they don't have to pay this. So let's go back to the questions now and have a look. So if a courier loses your parcel, they don't have to pay the full cost. Well, that is true. That's exactly what it said. It said they don't have to pay the full cost. They just have to pay what it was worth when they sent, or when you sent that item or that good. So this one here is true. Let's move on to the next one now. 3, if you provide a receipt, so that's clearly a keyword, the courier should refund you what you paid for the item at the time of purchase. The time of purchase, that's very important. So let's go back up and keep in mind that the questions come in order, so we can start reading from where we found the answer, or below where we found the answer for number 2. So you will likely need to show proof, okay? There is a keyword right here, receipt. So let's keep reading. The courier can then suggest a lower amount based on the item's age, okay? Suggest a lower amount based on the item's age or condition, and you'll need to discuss and agree on the final number. So this is the key thing here, guys. It says they will suggest a lower amount. It does not say that they need to pay the same amount as was on the receipt here. So let's go back down to the questions now. The courier should refund you what you paid for the item at the time of purchase. Well, no, that is not true. So this is false, because it says they can suggest an amount based on the age of the item or the thing. Now let's move on to the next question, which is question 4. Courier industry bodies might help if you have an issue. Okay, so whenever you get something like this, which is hard to paraphrase, that's really good, because you'll probably be able to find it very easily in the text. Let's go up and see what it says. So again, remember, we'll start from where we found the last answer. Final number. If the courier company, contact their main customer service team, okay? Nothing about an industry body. If the courier does not wish to offer compensation, okay, consider these options. If the company belongs, there we go, to an industry body, that's the keyword, you can submit your complaint to them for possible assistance. So that's the key part there, possible assistance. It doesn't say they will help you. It doesn't say you're guaranteed to get help. It just says possible assistance. So considering that, let's go back down and have a look. Courier industry bodies might help you if you have an issue. Well, that is true, because it says possible assistance. Maybe they will help you, maybe they won't help you. We don't know. It depends on the situation. Okay, let's move on to number 5 now. So if the compensation offered is too low, you can request a free report from an independent assessor. Again, we've got something that's probably quite hard to paraphrase, so it should be quite easy to find in the text. Now, free report is probably one of the main things that we're looking for here. Let's go back up. And again, let's start from where we found the last answer. Another option is to hire, there we go, independent assessor. Independent assessor to review your case and provide a report. Okay. Now, how much is the report? Though this service can be, there we go, costly, typically around £100. Okay, so we found the amount, we found the report, and we found the assessor. So the question said that the report is free, but that is obviously not true because it says it costs £100. So this one here is false. Okay, you cannot request a free report. That is not right. It is different to the information that's in the text. Okay, let's move on to number 6. Most people who have an issue with courier companies take legal action. Now, whenever you have words like this, most, some, all, every, you've got to be very careful. So let's go back up and see if we can find something about people taking legal action. So let's start from where the last answer was. If you have followed the steps above and are still not satisfied, okay, you may choose, there we go, there's legal action. Keep in mind that there's usually a time limit, 6 years, Okay, so it looks like there's no information on this one because it says most people who have an issue take legal action. Well, there's nothing about that. We don't know. Remember, not given means we don't know. I don't know. So let's write down the answer there. Definitely not given for number 6. Let's move on to the final question now, number 7. If an item was lost 6 months ago, you can still take the courier to court. Now, I remember something about 6 years that we just read before. So let's go back up and have a look and see what it says. So keep in mind that there's usually a time limit, okay, for making a court claim, okay, which is typically up to 6 years from when the parcel was given to the courier. So you've got 6 years to make your claim. So let's go back down. If an item was lost 6 months ago, you can still take the courier to court. Well, yes, you can. That is true, because remember, you've got 6 or up to 6 years to take your claim to court. So they were the first 7 questions, and that is the end of text 1. Now you might be thinking, fantastic, section 1 is finished. Well, no, for general training reading, section 1 has 2 texts that you have to read. So don't forget that. Make sure you remember to do the second text as well. Now here it is. So let's have a look. Read the text below and answer questions 8 to 14. This text is called Community Fitness Classes. Now for this one, there's no reason to skim. It's not necessary. So let's go down to the questions and have a look. Questions 8 to 14. The text above has 6 paragraphs, A to F. Which paragraph mentions the following? Write the correct letter, A to F, in boxes 8 to 14 on your answer sheet. So just something to note there. It says write the correct letter, A to F. So you don't need to write the full answer. You just need to write the letter. And also something else to note, there is a note. It says you may use any letter more than once. So that's really important. You can use the letters more than one time. Now, when you get something like this, I recommend you do this paragraph by paragraph. So you can have a quick look at the options if you want, and I think we'll do that right now. So let's look at number 8. There are no available spaces for new members. Okay. Next one, the date of the next class for this group must be confirmed online. Okay. This group gives members a chance to socialize after exercising. You can get support from experts to help you improve faster in this group. Number 12, you need to reserve a place before attending this group's sessions. 13, people don't need any experience to join this group. And finally, participants in this group can help choose the types of activities offered. Now, you don't have to read the questions. It's really up to you. For me, I find it helpful to have a quick read and then go to look at the paragraphs one by one. So let's go and have a look at paragraph A and we'll see what we can find. Okay, so let's look at paragraph A, Teen Fit. This group is for teens, okay. Last Thursday, okay. They focus on fun activities, okay? All members are encouraged to take part in and suggest new games. I remember one of the options said something about suggesting ideas or fitness ideas for future sessions, which keeps workouts excited and varied. So let's go back down and we'll have a look at all of the options and we'll choose the best one for A. And remember, some paragraphs you might not need to use, so just be aware of that. So no available spaces, well, no, it doesn't say anything about that. The date of the next class, no. Members a chance to socialize, no. Support, no. Reserve a place, no. You don't need any experience, no. Here we go. Participants in this group can help choose types of activities offered. So there you go. So 14 is A. So we can cross out 14 now. Let's go back up and we'll have a look at paragraph B. So B, beginner boot camp. If you're new to exercise, okay, or returning after a break, this is the perfect place to start. Sessions include low impact workouts, okay. Beginners receive help and tips, okay, from experienced personal trainers to help them progress quickly and safely. I remember one of the options talked about improving. No prior experience. That's another one. One of the options said something about members don't need any experience. And members are welcome to bring a friend. Okay, fair enough. So let's go back down and we'll have a look at the options again. No available spaces. No, it doesn't talk about that. The date of the next class confirmed online. No. Members a chance to socialize. No. You can get support from experts to help you improve faster. Yes, it does talk about that. So let's put that there. Let's put that there, B. So we can cross out 11. 11 is B. Let's continue. You need to reserve a place. Well, no, it doesn't say that. And 13, people don't need any experience to join this group. Well, yes, that is what it says. So we can put B there for 13. All right, fantastic. Well, let's go back up and we'll have a look at paragraph C. C, strength and circuit crew. Meeting on the 2nd and 4th Mondays. Okay. This group is ideal for experienced lifters. Each session combines, weights, blah, 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 aimed at building strength, power, and endurance. This class is only taught by experienced trainers with more than 5 years experience. Okay, fair enough. So let's go back down now and we'll have a look at the options again. Okay, let's start with number 8. There are no available spaces. Well, no, it doesn't talk about that. The date of the next class confirmed online. No. Members a chance to socialize after exercising. No. You need to reserve a place. No. So this is an example of a paragraph that you don't need to use. So always be aware of that. Some paragraphs you might not need to use. So don't worry if that happens. All right, well, let's go back up and have a look at paragraph D now. D, parent and toddler fitness. This group is designed for parents, okay, stay active. You don't need separate childcare. So parents can do some stretching, cardio, okay. Toddlers can play safely. Check our website, okay, for the next available session. And remember that bookings must be made in advance for this class. So I remember something about a website and I remember something about bookings. So let's have a look. Number 8, there are no available spaces for new members. Well, no, it doesn't say anything about that. The date of the next class must be confirmed online. Yes, it does talk about that. So let's put D there. You can cross out number 9. Fantastic. And number 10, this group gives members a chance to socialize after exercising. Well, no, there's nothing about that. You need to reserve a place before attending this group's sessions. Yes, it does say that. So we can put D in there and cross out number 12. So we've got 2 left. Let's go back up and we'll look at E now. E, Power Pilates. Each month, members of this group, okay, improving core strength, flexibility. Following the workout, participants can enjoy light refreshments and chat. Well, that seems similar to the question, which was about socializing. Let's continue reading. Others in a relaxed, there you go, social environment. The group is popular with women looking to combine fitness with networking, friendly conversation, and a bit of fun. So let's go back down now and have a look. There are no available spaces. Well, no, it doesn't say anything about that. This group gives members a chance to socialize. Yes, it does say that. All right, let's cross out number 10. And yes, I know we've only got one paragraph left, but let's just have a look anyway. F, freestyle calisthenics. This group is for those who want to develop body weight strength, okay? Our members have the opportunity to compete. Fantastic. The group meets fortnightly, okay? This group is currently full, but anyone interested can join the waiting list. So we've got one option left. There are no available spaces for new members in this group. Yes, because look what it says. It's currently full. So we can write F for number 8. And there you go. We've done questions 8 to 14, and we've looked at both texts. So that was section 1. When it's ready, section 2 will be right here, or alternatively, you can check out this reading playlist right here. Thanks for watching. Take care and keep studying hard.